first topic in this series will be quadratic equations. We're looking at quadratic equation first. And so we'll ask ourselves, what do we mean by quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is any equation given in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where the alphabets A, B, and alphabet C are constants. What do I mean by constants? It means they are whole number, or they are actually numbers. Let's look at an example. E.g., a quadratic equation can take this form, say 5x squared minus 11x plus 32 is equal to 0. If you compare this with the general form, you find that what? That our A is equal to 5, the B is equal to minus 11, and our C is equal to 32. There's nothing too special about quadratic equation other than this. The x in this case, you may call it your variable or the unknown, which you are supposed to find. How do we get to find the value of x? Some methods are available. One of such methods of solving what? Quadratic equation. One of such method is the factorization method. In this method, what do we do? Factorization method. All we need here is what? Is to break this into two parts. Let the two parts be multiplying. That's what I say factorization method. So we'll convert this what? Into two of its factors. The second method we can call the graphical method. Our third method will be completing the square. Completing the square method. And finally, the formula method, which all over the world students have decided to call the almighty formula. I wonder what is almighty about it. So to set out, we'll start with factorization method. Now I'm going to take 4 questions at the same time to run this method. See how it works. So here we have 4 quadratic equations. I'm going to treat these 4 at the same time. If you can notice very well, 4 algebra seem to have the same pattern. The first one we have here is what? X squared plus 11x plus 24. Here we have x squared minus 10x minus 24. Here I have plus 5x minus 24. And again, look at this. Something is just common in this case, 24. Let's see how I'm going to solve these equations at the same time using the factorization method. Now in this method, we require 2 numbers. And these 2 numbers should be products of what? The constant term. In this case, our constant term is 24. Now, not just any 2 numbers. We are going to choose these 2 numbers carefully, such that when you add them up, it should give you 11x. In this case, the 2 numbers should add up to give us minus 10x. In this case, our 2 numbers should add up to give us what? 5x. And in this case, the 2 of them will add up to give us what? Minus 14x. Now look at this game. I pick out 24. I look at 24. So, okay, what are the factors of 24? So 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. That means I have what? 4 sets of factors. Remember, we need just 1 set to replace 11x. The next thing that comes to my mind is, what sign am I going to attach to these numbers? Should I give them positive or negative? How do I know? Looking at our plus 24, the plus sign here tells you, look, that the 2 numbers must have the same sign. Why? Because if I have 2 positive numbers and they multiply, the result will be positive. 2 negative numbers multiply, the result what? Positive. So it's either they are positive, positive, or negative, negative. And then I'm confused. Which one do I choose? Should I use positive, positive, or do I use negative, negative? And this man screams out, so look at me. Make use of what? The positive sign. This man says the two of them must have the same signs. And this one says, please use positive. So I go along. I say, okay, plus, plus, then. Which of these sets will fit into replace our plus 11x? Without too much struggle, you can see that what? That plus 3 and plus 8 will give us plus 11. So I'm moving immediately, and I place there x squared. In place of 11x, I bring in plus 3 and plus 8, and I have plus 3x plus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0. Let us look at this one. Again, the number is 24. What are the factors? 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. We need just one set. Unfortunately, here we don't have positive sign anymore. We don't have what? A negative sign. And what does this mean? It means that the two of them cannot have the same sign. One must be positive and the other should be what? Negative. Which one will be positive? I don't know. And which will be negative? I don't know. And this man screams, attach this sign here to the larger number. That's okay. You say both of them must not have the same sign, and you are saying what? This sign here should go to what? The larger number. Look, it's okay. 1 and 24. 24 is larger, so you take the minus, and then this takes the plus. That's very clear, of course. 2 and 12. 12 is larger, so it takes the minus, and this takes the plus. 3 and 8. 8, of course, is greater, so it takes the minus, and this takes the plus. And of course, this takes the minus, and this takes the plus. Our problem now is, which of these 1, 2, 3, 4 will replace minus 10? Conveniently, we look at plus 2 minus 12. So we are okay there. This is x squared plus 2x minus 12x minus 24 is equal to 0. You can see what we have done in these two. We have simply brought in plus 3x and this is plus 8. Plus 8x to replace plus 11x. And why here we have brought in what? Plus 2x minus 12x to replace what? Minus 10x. Apply the same pattern to these two. Again, 24. Without wasting too much time, we pick out our factors. What do we have here? This is positive. What does it tell us? Both of them must have the same sign. That is, either they are both positive or they are both negative. So I say, look, my friend, take me. What do I do? I quickly do what? I attach the minus sign there. Without too much mathematical process, minus 2 minus 12 can replace minus 14. So I have here x squared minus 2x minus 12x plus 24 equal to 0. Alright, without much ado, let's look at this. This is 124, 212, 38, 46. The sign is negative. Both of them cannot have the same signs. One must be positive, the other was negative. Who takes the positive sign or who takes the negative? This man says, let's see what the larger number takes the positive sign. Whatever sign you see here should go to what? The greater number. Of course, 24 is the greater number here, so this takes minus. 12 is greater than 2, 8 is greater than 3, and 6 is greater than 4. Now we look at this. Minus 3 plus 8 will replace what? Our 5x. So we have here x squared, minus 3x plus 8x minus 24